So let's talk about it. You've done everything you're supposed to do to sell your house. But crickets. The offers just aren't coming in. What do you do when your listing starts to feel, well, a little stale? Today, we are breaking down the exact game plan for that situation. Does this look a little too familiar? You've got that beautiful for sale sign on your lawn, but it's starting to feel less like a temporary notice and more like a permanent garden fixture. It's a super frustrating place to be. And if you're there right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so first things first, let's get a real handle on what we're actually dealing with here. We're going to define the core problem that so many sellers face once that initial excitement fades. I mean, just think back to day one, right? The excitement was palpable. The photos looked incredible. You were braced for a flood of showings. You were ready for those offers to roll in. But now the reality is probably a lot quieter. Maybe a few showings here and there, and the feedback you get is so vague it's not even helpful. And this brings us to the official term for it, a stale listing. You see, after about a month on the market, something kind of flips in a buyer's mind. They start to wonder, what's wrong with it? They just scroll right past it online and your home loses all of that new and shiny appeal it had in those first couple of weeks. And look, this isn't just about being disappointed. Waiting around has very real, very tangible costs that can seriously impact your bottom line. This quote right here, it absolutely nails the problem. It's not just about the calendar days ticking by, it's about power. The longer your house sits, the more of your negotiating power you're basically just handing over to the buyers. You lose that strategic edge with every single week that passes. Now check this out, because this slide lays out the whole life cycle so clearly. That first month, that is your golden window. That's when you have peak interest and maximum leverage. After that, you can see the momentum starts to slow way down, and by the time you hit 2 months, buyers are already expecting you to drop the price. I absolutely love this phrase from our source material, digital dust. It's so perfect because after 4 months, your home isn't just an older listing anymore. It's getting buried by all the brand new, fresh, exciting properties hitting the market. It gets pushed down in the search results and starts to become totally invisible. And here is where it really hits the wallet. This chart shows it all. Homes that sell in that 30-day sweet spot, they get way closer to the asking price. But the longer it sits, the bigger the discount sellers usually have to take. And that 5 or 10%, that can easily be tens of thousands of dollars out of your pocket. Okay, so you get the problem. But how do you really know if it's time to switch things up? Let's go through the clear warning signs that tell you your current strategy just isn't cutting it anymore. Let's run through this like a personal checklist. Ask yourself, has it been over 60 days with basically nothing to show for it? Is every bit of feedback you get pointing to the exact same issue like price or condition? And this is a big one. Is your agent actually bringing new ideas to the table, or are they just waiting for the phone to ring? If communication is slow, or if your gut is just screaming that something is wrong, it's probably time to listen to that feeling. This is where we turn the corner. We're pivoting from talking about the problem to talking about the solution. This is not about sitting back and hoping. It's about taking back control and activating a proactive new strategy. And this slide just perfectly lays out the difference. A stale strategy is totally passive. You're just waiting, using the same old photos, hoping something changes. A plan B is all about action. We're talking proactive adjustments. We're talking fresh marketing, maybe some new twilight photos to create a different mood, or a high-quality video walkthrough. It is about creating your own momentum instead of waiting for the market to do it for you. So what do you do first? Honestly, it's pretty simple and totally low risk. Just start by getting a confidential second opinion on everything. Your price, your marketing, the whole deal. The goal here isn't to make some big, rash decision. It's just to gather more information so you can map out a smarter, faster way to get to that closing table. All right, let's wrap this up by focusing on the end game, the whole reason we're here. Adopting a plan B isn't about admitting defeat, not at all. It's about engineering a win. And this, right here, is the biggest takeaway of all. Exploring a new strategy, that's one of the most powerful, most strategic things you can do as a seller. You're not giving up on your sale. You are leveling up your entire approach to get the results you wanted from the very beginning. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If your current plan has totally stalled out, maybe it's not time to lower your expectations. Maybe it's time to level up your strategy.
You want to own a place like the ones you've seen. Maybe searching on the web and housing magazines. It's time you call SOFR to reach your dreams. We